He will not give, I told you that he will not give a long speech. He will say something about his responsibility, and after that you have to ask the question. And when you will ask the question, he will answer you very carefully. And the student whom I will call here, he will come and sit and he will do his responsibility. Okay, are you ready for that?
Yes.
Okay. For sitting on hot seat, look, SIT, sit, this is also a word, and SEAT, this is also a word. Both are called sit, but there is a difference between both. One is sit, SIT, sit. Sit means baithna, this is a verb. But SEAT, this is called seat. This is called seat. The meaning of seat is a sthan, place where you go to sit. That's why between both words there is a difference. Sit and seat. In speaking also you have to make the difference between both. Both words you don't speak equally. Sit, sit. This is my sit. I am going to sit. This is wrong. This is my hot seat. I am going to sit on this seat. Like this we have to make the difference between both words. So carefully you have to ask the question with him, and he will very carefully say something about his responsibility, and he will answer also when you ask the question then. So for sitting here I will call Mr. Sajjad. He will come here on hot seat for sitting, and he will say something before you, and after that you have to ask the question. Sajjad, come.
Good evening to all of you.
Good evening.
Today I am very happy that I have got a chance to answer your questions. Really, I have got a great chance, and I have become a speaker also now before you. The question which you would like to ask, you can ask, and my responsibility is that I have to answer your question honestly, without any problem, without any greedy. I have to speak fair and square. That's why I am before you, and I will try my level best to answer the question, because this seat is called hot seat, and according to this seat I have to answer, because here many of the students are here, and I have to think and I have to answer, and without any distraction I have to speak, and I will follow and I will answer you. So with these all matters I would like to finish my thought, because you have to ask questions and many of the students are ready to ask, so ask one by one. Thank you.
One by one you have to ask the question. एक एक करके आप क्वेश्चन से राइज करेंगे. You have not to fear to ask the question. No problem that you know how to speak this language a little bit. It doesn't matter. Ask the question without any hesitation. He will answer it. Start to ask the question. Anyone will stand and ask the question.
I want to ask with you that while study, when we study, that time we know everything, but after some days we forget. What is the way to get that all thing that we can never forget that all things? Can you say?
Yeah, your question is justified. Please take your seat. Here, when a student studies, he studies and he thinks that yeah, I am comfortable, I am remembered, I am good at speaking, I am good at solving the questions. But after some of the days, he realized that I have forgotten, because he doesn't work continuously. That's why continuity is most important for getting success, for doing any kind of work. And we have to not take it to heart that yeah, I am something, I have been answering, I know how to speak, I know how to solve the question of any subjects. That's why here we have to work continuously. If we work, we will never forget. That's why it is said that practice makes a man perfect. If you would like to be a perfect man, you have to work hard, you have to practice a lot, then at last you can do any kind of work. Okay, it's your answer. Do you agree?
Okay, other question?
I want to ask a question.
Let him ask.
Okay, I have a question. That question is how to bring confidence in ourselves.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. You sit down. Each question is also a beautiful question. That how can we bring confidence, fluence in our side? Generally, we belong to rural areas, and in rural areas we don't care on study, and especially when we attend a class, when we attend a school also, there also we go and we study and come. But as soon as it comes to speak, we face a lot of problems. That's why if you want to remove this problem, you have to speak more and more. That's quite true. When you start a work, of course, at starting you face problems. But if you work continuously, after some of the days, you will be comfortable. That's why if you want to bring fluence in your side, you have to come here and you have to get a chance. If someone doesn't give you a chance, you have to make a chance.
Ask any question shortly.
How to concentrate our mind while studying?
Yeah. Okay, thank you. A question has come that how to concentrate our mind while studying. Here we all belong to this age and we all know very well that everyone has a smartphone, and while studying we should not keep our mobile. Because when we study, suddenly some of the messages come. When we keep our mobile, some of the people come call, some of the people call, some of the messages come. That's why if we want to study honestly, at first we have to switch up our mobile, and after that we have to study. And when we study about a particular subject, there we have to keep our mind 100%. Then at last we can get success, we can do something. If we do like this, we can focus on our study. That's why it needs to do this type of work.
Okay, one question more from girl side.
For getting higher education, English is important or not?
Here a question has come that is English necessary for getting a higher education? Of course, no doubt in this matter. If you want to get a higher education, English plays a pivotal role. Okay, are you understanding or not?
Yes.
That's why here, if you want to be something, if you want to get a higher education, you should have English language. Because here we all know very well that this age is totally modern age. Everywhere English is needed. Here, if you want to get a higher education, obviously you have to go at another place, you have to go in another city. Their teachers speak in English, our professors explain in English. That's why we have to get higher education. For getting a higher education, English plays a pivotal role. That's why we have to learn it.
One question with you. How are you feeling to sit on hot seat? How are you feeling?
Sir, I am feeling very well having sat on hot seat, because after a long time you have given me a chance. That's why I am feeling very well, and I have done my work honestly also. That's why I am very happy, and I always think that I have to speak fair and square always. In anyhow, I have to speak fair and square. That's why I thought that I have spoken fair and square.